Imagine being so poor that your bedroom was a piece of cardboard under a bridge, your ceiling was cold concrete, and your alarm clock was the sound of traffic rushing overhead. Most people in that situation would spend every waking moment thinking about survival. But one young boy had a different obsession. While others dreamed of a warm bed or a full meal, he dreamed of owning a computer. It sounded impossible. He had no money, no connections, and no place to call home. Yet that impossible dream would eventually change his life forever. Every morning before sunrise, the boy would wake up beneath the bridge where he slept. The nights were cold, and the noise never stopped. Some days he went hungry. Other days he managed to find small jobs carrying bags, cleaning stalls, or helping vendors in the local market. The pay was tiny, barely enough to eat. But while other children spent their earnings immediately, he made a choice that surprised everyone. He began saving every coin he could. The dream started the day he saw a computer through the window of an electronics shop. The glowing screen fascinated him. He watched people typing, creating documents, and exploring a world he couldn't even understand. To him, the machine looked like a doorway to another life. He didn't know exactly how computers worked, but he knew they held opportunities that people like him rarely received. The price tag was devastating. It would take months, maybe years, to save enough money. Friends laughed at him. Adults told him to be realistic. They said a homeless boy should focus on food and shelter, not technology. But the more people doubted him, the more determined he became. His life became a routine of sacrifice. Whenever he earned a little money, he divided it carefully. A small amount went toward food. Everything else went into a hidden container where he stored his savings. There were days when hunger tempted him to spend the money. There were days when he questioned whether the dream was worth it. Yet every time he passed the computer store, he reminded himself why he started. Months turned into years. The savings grew painfully slowly. Along the way, he faced setbacks that would have caused most people to quit. Sometimes his money was stolen. Sometimes work disappeared for weeks. Sometimes he became sick and had to spend part of his savings just to survive. Each setback pushed him backward, but none of them stopped him completely. One evening, after a long day of work, he sat beneath the bridge counting his coins. For the first time, he realized he was getting close. The amount wasn't enough yet, but the goal no longer felt impossible. That realization changed everything. The dream that once seemed distant was now within reach. He worked even harder. He accepted every odd job he could find. He carried heavy loads, swept floors, cleaned equipment, and worked longer hours than many adults. While other teenagers spent their free time relaxing, he spent his searching for opportunities to earn just a little more money. Finally, the day arrived. Standing inside the electronics store, he placed his savings on the counter. Coins, small bills, and countless hours of sacrifice sat in front of him. The store owner looked surprised. It wasn't every day that a homeless boy walked in carrying years of determination in a small bag. When he carried the computer out of the store, it wasn't just a machine. It was proof that persistence could overcome circumstances. It was evidence that dreams don't care where you start. For the first time, he felt that his future might be different from his past. Owning the computer was only the beginning. The real challenge was learning how to use it. He had no formal training and no teacher. Internet access was limited. Resources were scarce. Yet curiosity became his greatest advantage. He spent hours reading manuals, experimenting with software, and teaching himself skills that many people learn in classrooms. Every mistake became a lesson. Every failure taught him something new. He learned how programs worked, how websites were built, and how technology could solve problems. While others saw a computer, he saw endless possibilities. As his skills improved, new opportunities appeared. Small businesses needed help with technology. Local organizations needed basic computer work. What began as a personal dream slowly turned into a source of income. For the first time, he wasn't just surviving. He was building something. The transformation wasn't immediate. Success rarely happens overnight. There were still struggles, disappointments, and moments of uncertainty. But unlike before, he now possessed a valuable skill. No one could take away the knowledge he had earned. Years passed. The boy who once slept under a bridge became known for his technical abilities. People started seeking his help. Companies noticed his talent. Projects grew larger. Opportunities became more frequent. The same determination that helped him save for a computer now helped him master new challenges. Whenever people asked about his success, they expected a secret formula. They wanted to know which shortcut he used or which lucky break changed everything. But his answer was surprisingly simple. Success began with a decision to believe in a dream that everyone else considered unrealistic. The bridge never disappeared from his memory. In fact, he often thought about it. It reminded him of where he came from and how far he had traveled. While others measured wealth by money, he measured it by opportunity. The greatest gift wasn't the computer itself. It was the ability to learn, grow, and create a future that once seemed impossible. His story spread beyond his community. People were inspired by the image of a homeless boy saving every coin to buy a computer. It became a powerful reminder that circumstances do not define destiny. Starting with nothing doesn't mean ending with nothing. What makes this story remarkable isn't just the achievement, it's the mindset behind it. Many people wait for perfect conditions before pursuing their goals. They wait for more money, more support, or better timing. This boy had none of those advantages. He started with what he had, where he was, and refused to stop moving forward. Think about that for a moment. The difference between success and failure is often not intelligence, talent, or luck. It's the willingness to keep going when progress feels painfully slow. It's saving one more coin, learning one more skill, and taking one more step when giving up seems easier. The computer he bought eventually became outdated. Technology moved on, and newer machines replaced it. But its true value was never in the hardware. Its value was in what it represented. It symbolized hope, discipline, and the belief that a better future could be created through effort and persistence. Today, stories like his continue to inspire people around the world because they reveal a truth we often forget. Great achievements don't always begin in comfortable places. Sometimes they begin under bridges, in difficult circumstances, and in moments when success seems least likely. The boy who slept under a bridge didn't become successful because life was fair to him. He became successful because he refused to let hardship decide his future. Every coin he saved was a vote for the life he wanted. Every sacrifice was an investment in a dream nobody else could see. And that's the lesson hidden inside his journey. Your current situation is not your final destination. Obstacles may slow you down, but they don't have to stop you. Dreams may seem impossible today, but persistence has a way of turning impossibilities into reality. The next time you feel discouraged by how far away your goals seem, remember the boy beneath the bridge. Remember the coins, the sacrifices, and the computer that changed everything. Because sometimes the biggest transformation begins with a single decision, refusing to give up on a dream, no matter how impossible it appears.